So this person then followed this statement up with they're trying to reverse their diabetes and we're trying to do just black seed oil. So diabetes is a resistance to insulin in type 2 diabetics. You're basically the receptor sites on your cells that are supposed to be sensitive and open to insulin to open the gate to allow sugar to come out of the blood and be moved into the cell to be used for cellular processes, including creating ATP or energy for the rest of the body. It's broken. That receptor site doesn't open when it is contacted by insulin any longer. And this person is then asking, do I have to cut out sugar, cut carbs, and eat good food if I'm type 2 diabetic and I'm trying to cure my diabetes? I don't know exactly what this person is looking for, but here's the deal. There is nothing you can do to out-medicate or out-supplement your lifestyle. Plain and simple. There are things that will help, but they'll basically keep you in check for a while, and then you'll run crazy because your body, if you give it the support it needs, can do a lot of different functions and processes with ease. But if you're not giving it the support it needs and you're just I guess the best word is poisoning it every day, then obviously at some point the supplements, the medications, they're a losing game. There are a lot of products on the market that claim to cure diabetes, and some of them may work. One of the biggest ones right now that is being used and has been used for a while, and there are products on the market that you probably don't even realize were GLP-1s, that are GLP-1s, including Trulicity, which I think the first commercials for Trulicity came out back in like 2005, if I'm not mistaken. So Trulicity is a GLP-1, but your body can also become resistant to GLP-1. It can become leptin resistant. And if you have insulin resistance, leptin resistance, and GLP-1 resistance, you're kind of toast. I run a metabolic restoration program. Metabolism has to do with all the processes that happen within the cell and on the outside of the cell. And some of those things include sensor receptivity and having the sensors be more receptive to what's coming at them. So whether that is insulin or human growth factors or leptin or GLP-1 or thyroid hormone, there's a lot of sensors on that cell that need to be receptive to different things. And if they're not, then your metabolism is broken. And a lot of those receptors can be shut off by different processes in the body, like inflammation, like too high of cortisol, too low of cortisol. And we want to fix that whole system. In my metabolic restoration program, people eat fruits and vegetables. And long term, we try and add back in even more fruits and vegetables to see how their body responds. And we look at different factors for that. So one of the things we do is look at their sleep. If there's a sleep pattern change, if there's a bowel or bladder habits change, if there's a heart rate change, if there's a significant weight change, if there's edema that occurs. We also look at like what happens to your body temperature while you're eating. All of those things can be an indication that you're maybe reacting to a food and maybe we need to cut it out. A lot of people think of food allergies as just being like, I get a rash or my stomach gets upset or something like that. But a food allergy can be intense swelling. It can be a heart rate change. It can be starting to sweat while you're eating. It can be feeling like you're faint when you're sweating. And it can be gas and bloating after a meal. What I can tell you is that in my metabolic challenge, the amount of processed foods is very limited. And the reason it's limited is because, yes, all food is a chemical message being sent to the body if your body can absorb and digest it. But the difference between an apple and apple flavored Laffy Taffy is that one has chemicals that are meant to nourish and restore, and one has chemicals that are meant to break down and do damage. The difference between even like natural vanilla from a vanilla bean or vanilla bean paste and vanilla flavoring, one of those contains a fairly high ratio of alcohol to vanilla bean. For most people with diabetes, alcohol would be a no-no because it raises blood sugar tremendously. Can diabetics fast and heal? Absolutely. But we have to do it in a way that doesn't put them into cortisol stress or an overactive cortisol response, because we don't want their blood sugar to be spiked by the fact that they are fasting. Their body actually needs some energy from calories, and they decide to have a cup of coffee and basically dump adrenaline into the system, which also pulls stored sugar, pulls stored glycogen out of the muscles, out of the liver, and dumps it into the blood so that you can do your fight or flight response. So the metabolic restoration program is about restoring cortisol balance and sensor receptivity on the cell, and also receptivity to insulin. And I haven't had a single patient who's had diabetes fail this program. And in fact, all but one came off of, they were typically 3 medications, so insulin, metformin, and some other, a lot of them were on Jardiance, which is also a GLP-1. A couple of them were on Trulicity, a couple of them were on other medications as well. Metformin is also a common one. I had one client not come off of his insulin, but they lowered his dose significantly. So yes, in order to restore your health, you have to actually be a good steward of your health. You have to do the things that show your body, hey, I love and support you, and we're going to get through this, and we're going to do it in a way that makes sense, and we're going to stop putting in the things that are causing harm and start putting in the things that heal. If you're looking for a way to reset your metabolism and be healthier overall, and that's something that you're interested in, I do run a challenge for people with this, and we start with a huge liver detox and move into the metabolic reset. It takes about 5 months, but at the end of the first month, people are already starting to notice a difference, and in most cases, they've lost a few pounds too. You can reach out to me on here. You can DM me. All of my links are in my profile, and also you can DM me on Instagram, or you can shoot me an email from my profile. Have a great day.